Hey, good morning, Brooks Beeler over at Beeler Roofing. Got a call this morning from one of my subcontractors that he's been working with us for like a really long time, 15 years plus. And he said, "Man, Brooks, I've never seen it like this." He said in the last 15 years, he says, "I've never went 2 weeks without having a roof to put on." He said that's never happened. And I said, "Well, it's a strange time right now." I said, "We didn't have any storms. I mean, this is 2025. I said in 24 we had the February 11th storm here in East Texas that it generated a lot of work for a long time for a lot of people. And now what we're seeing, I mean, we're getting calls. Of course, we've been in the business for over 40 years, and we've got a lot of contacts and know a lot of people, and thankful that we've got a great reputation. But we're getting calls from friends, and they say, "Hey, I'm not going to mention the name, but hey, this roofing company came by and said, 'Man, you got bad hail damage.' So can you come out and look at it?" And the thing of it is, hey, we're in the roofing business. We like hail damage, right? Because it pays our bills. We get, we get to do a roof and we get to make money. However, we like real hail damage, not manufactured hail damage. So as a homeowner, you've got to think about, if you've got somebody walking up and down the street beating on your door, as I say, if you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So I can almost promise you, if somebody comes to your house and they beat on your door and they get you to sign a paper and they say they're going to get up, they're going to say that there's hail damage, and they're going to want you to file a claim. But the part that they're not telling you is that you don't need a no-pay claim on your insurance. It looks bad. But what I'm telling you is these guys running up and down the street knocking on your door, they don't care about you. They don't care about your insurance and whether it's going to look bad on you or whether your insurance gets canceled, or if you try to move insurance companies that you've got a no-pay claim on there because you ran an adjuster out there and there's nothing. So this roof that they're saying has all this damage that we went and looked at today, it's a 5-year-old roof. So we go look at it today and we can't find anything, right? So had this homeowner just continued through with the process, they're going to have a no-pay claim on their insurance. And it's going to look bad. It's going to be a big black mark against them. Now, do I love insurance companies? Absolutely not. We have to fight them every day. The insurance companies their motto is delay, deny, defend. They don't want to pay us. They don't want to pay claims. But what we try to do is, if it's legitimate, we're going to fight to the bitter end. We're going to fight to get paid. We're going to fight to get you paid. But if it's not, if the damage is not there, it's just not there. We can't manufacture that damage, right? So be careful when someone knocks on your door and you let them on your roof. And another thing is, you don't have to sign anything to let somebody on your roof. When you sign that, you're signing, when they say, "Hey, I can't get on your roof unless I sign this piece of paper," they're signing a contingency agreement, and they're hoping and praying that there is damage on your roof. And they're going to tell you, I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they're never going to come down off your roof and say, "Don't file a claim." They're going to say, "File a claim," every time. But I'm telling you, that guy don't care about you. He don't care about you whether you've got a no-pay claim. So what I want you to do is think hard about that. Call us. We'll come out and give you a second opinion. Now, I have seen insurance companies pay on stuff that I thought, there's no way they're going to pay. And then I've seen legitimate stuff and they say that it's not damaged. So it's 6 of one, half dozen other. You hardly ever know what they're going to say. And I'm certainly not. Most of these claims adjusters that are working for insurance companies, they were selling cars 2 weeks ago. They don't know anything about roofing. 9 times out of 10, they don't know anything about roofing. They hadn't been doing this for 30 or 40 years. They've sat through a class somewhere and they've been doing it for 2 weeks. Now, that's not everybody. You do, and we know who the good ones are. We run across them. There's guys that's been out here for 12, 14, 15 years, and we love to see those guys because they're going to be honest. And they're going to call it like it is. If it's hell, they're going to say it's hell, and if it's not, they're going to say it's not. But what we don't want to do, we're going to err on the side of saying that it's probably not hell. Or if there's a little damage, we're going to say, hey, they're going to come out and maybe they're going to replace a few shingles or something like that, but that's going to get you in a jam too. You don't want to have to pay a deductible, or you don't want to have a claim that's even a real claim, and say your deductible's $4,000 and you've got a $2,000 claim, and then you've got a claim out there that you owe the deductible on. I mean, you don't want to file that claim. That's not a good claim to file. So have somebody that's honest come out and look at your roof and give you a second opinion. Don't sign anything. You don't have to sign any paper to let somebody get on your roof. If you've got a door knocker come to your house, do not sign any paper. Don't sign a contingency agreement. You don't have to. If they won't look at your roof and give you an estimate or give you an assessment without signing that piece of paper, all they're trying to do is lock you in, and then they want to pound on the insurance company to try to get something paid. And a lot of times there's nothing there, especially right now. There's not much damage out there. So if you've got people knocking on your doors right now, think about it. We hadn't had a real hailstorm in a long time. So just think about that, and just remember, most of these guys beating on your doors, they're not caring about you. Give us a call, and we'll give you a second opinion before you file a claim. Thank you. 903-347-8484. Beeler Roofing.